Hello everybody, and welcome to a review on the game Creative Destruction. This game was brought to my attention by a friend, and after playing it for a little bit and kind of getting a feel for it, I decided I wanted to try to give my thoughts and opinion on this game. Before I get into the actual gameplay and the content of the game, I'd like to talk about the company. So, Titan Studios is responsible for creating Creative Destruction and was founded in June of 2008 and was a subsidiary of Yingpei until they dissolved away in 2011. Apparently, people that have worked at Titan Studios have worked for places like Epic Games, Ubisoft, Blizzard, and Lionhead Studios. Anyway, games that have been made in the past by Titan Studios have been Fat Princess. It was for the PS3 and PSP in 2009. And up until now, they haven't created any other games, except for, I think, an addition to Fat Princess in 2010. So about Creative Destruction, I can't find much about Titan Studios making this game. However, the wiki page mentions Epic Games a lot, and is apparently a parent organization to Titan Studios. Now, let's actually get into the gameplay and the content of this game. So just by looking at the menu, you can already tell this is a free mobile game. So here we have the item shop, they call it the mall. There's so many different cosmetic items here, and because you have 3 different currencies in the game, everything's listed differently, and it's really confusing and pretty hard to navigate. So, yeah, here you can see you have glasses, you know, shirts, shoes, everything that's just like, it's overwhelming. So here you also have diamonds. The diamonds are something you can only buy, but they're also used to buy the weekly pass and monthly pass. You also have weapon skins. Some skins in the game can only be used for a certain amount of time, so this one only has 3 days left on it. So I can only use it for 3 days before it just disappears, and I have to get a new one. So up there where it says look rating next to the gun, the higher the number it is, the higher you get placed on this little pedestal at the beginning of every round. There's also like a fashion rating, so it's very like fashion driven and very cosmetically driven. Here's the different game modes. We got solo, duo, squad, fire team. Fire team's disabled right now because probably some, like, I don't know, server says starts in 17, blah 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 blah. So the classic mode is just, and basically every other battle royale. This game does have a building element to it, but now let's get into the actual gameplay. So here's that fashion pedestal I was talking about. So you see it like shows all the people, and it goes through the people on the bottom. These people with like the lowest fashion score, and then they have the hottest, then they have the fashion master. Those people kind of have like more, and then this person is the trendsetter, has like the most fashion score, I guess. And it's just, it's really weird. It's really weird. Alright, so here we go, actually going into a game. So you start out in this little like weird flying thing. Your mouse moves really weird in here. It moves faster up and down than it does left or right, so it's kind of weird. Also, placing checkpoints is really weird. To get rid of them, you have to like click on them again, but it doesn't always work. It's really weird. So you can see over on the side, it reminds me of PUBG, where they tell you how fast you're falling and then at what point you'll deploy your parachute. And then you also see it says space, and then it has the little auto fly thing. So definitely for something like a mobile game, which is what this primarily is probably played on. Just where you'd tap, and they just didn't get rid of it whenever they ported it over to PC. Anyway, so the flying is really annoying. You can see whenever I move left to right, my character slows down a whole bunch. So the flying is really clunky and not very good. Picking up a gun, you have to be like right over it to be able to actually pick it up. I don't know what these things are. This brick module, you can collect them. I don't know what they do. You can see over there on my compass, it has like a gun sign, and then it has some foot, and then there it is, a gun. That's letting me know there's someone nearby. So that's what it looks like whenever you kill someone. It like the particle effect's really weird, and it shows the damage indicators, but I feel like some of these guns are like super overpowered, and then some of them are super underpowered, and it's the guns are actually pretty imbalanced. So you have this little tool here you can use to destroy buildings. So that gave me some resources. You can see up there underneath my health. That's the resource count I have right now. It's at let's see, after I destroy this, it's at 270. So you only have one resource that you collect. There isn't like wood, brick, and metal like in Fortnite. I'm gonna be comparing this to Fortnite, by the way, just because it has similar some similar concepts to it. So after you get about 1,000 materials, I'll show this later, your walls upgrade. So right now there'll be a gray color, then there'll be a blue color, then like a purple pink color. Here's one of those bear things again. I don't really know what it's for. So the weapons have an auto pickup. You can actually turn it off, and I thought that I did turn it off, but like I don't know, it didn't do anything. And there was just how you could drop things and like ammo. So there's some bullets being shot at me. I look back. I want to shoot him, but look about. Okay, see where my reticle is, the dot in the middle, and then see where the thing is supposed to be, where the bloom is supposed to go, and how there isn't any bloom. Yeah, because the game doesn't have bloom on certain guns. Some guns I'm pretty sure do have bloom, and the bullets randomly go different directions. But I make this mistake later in the game where I drop the weapon I'm using here. And here's some building. Because I switch out this gun for a different gun that isn't as good. So the building's also really clunky and like weird to use. And it's pretty bad, actually. So I go to push this guy, you know, just ramping up, all that. And I get above him, and he actually went back a little. So look at that. Look, my reticle's just right on him, and there's no bloom, and it just destroys him. So you gotta, like, just think about how overpowered that is. You know, there isn't any bloom, but whatever. So you can't edit any of the walls like you could in Fortnite, so you have to just break through them. So I start getting shot at here. I go to pick up some of these things. So you can see I just get absolutely lasered by this guy. So I'm at 95 health, and he just pops up right on the hill about southwest. Boom, hits me. Just gets me down to 33. So I panic build a little bit and go underneath my ramp. I meant to go over it. Use the medkit here. The medkit heals you up all the way. Boom, instant heal. So I see him out there. I pull up my crossbow. Let me just take a minute about that shot right there. Boom, 75. Anyway, try to hit him a little bit more. And here I get my scoped weapon. Shoot, boom, 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 boom. And, you know, this guy doesn't have, like, it didn't seem like he had any shield. You can't tell if people have shield, and shield is hard to find. Right, it's like these little orange crystals that you find to give yourself more shield. And you can't tell if anyone has any, so you can't really tell how much health they have left unless you add up all the damage that you did. But so about how like you kind of like walk around and like the aiming and all that, it feels really clunky and hard to use. So here's a person here. Hit him with the shotgun. Hit him with the shotgun again. Boom, they're dead. So it's pretty easy. A lot of people who play this game are like really bad. They might be actually bots that the game puts in to so that because there maybe aren't enough players to fill up the match, but or maybe they're just really bad, or they're playing on mobile and they just don't have any aim assist or something. I don't know. So you can see I have about 900. Now I have 1,000 materials. So you can see my walls are gray, and after I reach 1,000, for some reason it actually didn't upgrade my walls, but it will really soon here. I'm just going to collect a few more resources. There, so that little effect that just went over my character. See, the walls are gray there, but then if I place on a wall now, boom, it's blue, and it has 1,000 health, instead of, the other ones that have 800, I think. Yep. And these have, oh, they have 100, the other ones have, sorry, 800. Anyway. So, I'm pretty sure whenever you jump in this game, you can't control yourself. So if you jump forward, you can't slow yourself down and, like, move back. You keep moving in that direction, which makes sense, you know? But it just kind of adds to that clunkiness of the game. So, you can see up on my mini-map, there's that, like, the zone, I guess, It moves at a fairly quick speed. I think of course at certain points I'm pretty sure you can outrun it. Man, that guy got a good hit on me there. But it does no damage. I think they updated it so now it does. So at the time I was playing though, it did basically no damage, and it also took away shield before it took away health. So you could have, a lot, you could live a lot longer inside the storm. So this guy's coming up to push me. I try to hit him with the shotgun. I miss a few times. So see, the shotgun definitely has bloom on it. At least I think. It also could just have some sort of like specific spray pattern, but I think it's just random. So the storm's about to move in, and I gotta start moving, but I want to kill this guy because I know the storm won't do much. Turns out he's right inside this house. Boom, boom, boom. Dead. So, and there I just picked up some shield. You can see it's above my health bar now. And I'm pretty sure you also can't hold shield unless you get like this certain like special box that picks up some shield for you. So I've got a pretty far way to walk here, and you can see just the storm's doing so little damage. You may have noticed this little hammer guy floating next to me. I probably should have mentioned that earlier, but he is there in like the tutorial, and for some reason he just never goes away whenever you actually play the game. My friend says that he likes him. He thinks it's just a little cute little hammer just floating about, but I don't know. Just think it adds to the screen and is a little bit. It just kind of adds that kind of weird looking look to it. He has no purpose. He has no purpose, but anyways, you can see you can walk up pretty vertical, like terrain. And by the way, if you go below 1,000 materials, your walls do not go back to like gray color. They still are whatever upgrade they were whenever you got up to 1,000 materials. And if you get up to 2,000 materials, then it upgrades the walls again. So I lost just about all my shield running through that, because see, I had a pretty far way to walk, and I still didn't even I still have some shield left over. So this little 1x1 here, see, has like purple walls. That's because that person's gotten 2,000 materials, so that it upgraded to that color. And I'm not sure what the limit is. I don't know if it just like keeps going up. If you get like 4,000, you have like some weird color or something. I was actually kind of surprised you could walk inside of these containers. I just kind of thought maybe they would have made the hitboxes a little bit, I don't know, worse. But I don't know, I was a little bit surprised by that. So I walk out here and I see this guy. I try to hide behind this tree. You already see him right there. Boom, hit him. And hit him one more time. So I've hit him for, 62. And he just lasers me. So the gun that he has does, a lot more damage. And there actually is, I think, a certain gun in this game that has like a certain kind of like aim assist that helps you aim onto your enemies, which, is overpowered. And the gun right next to my bow here, the one, again, looks like the UMP. If I had kept the other one that was like a, oh man, I don't even remember what kind of gun it was, but if I had kept it, I think I probably could have lived, just because it had way better accuracy, I think. I'm not sure, we'll see here. So I tried to shoot him with the shotgun. I've got 100 health. He could have also met it up in that time. There I am with this gun again. So I'm shredding him. I'm like, dude, I'm shredding him. He must be low, because I'm also low. I'm like, he's gotta have so little health. So I come out, try to shoot him a little bit more, and no, he kills me. So then you go on to spectate the guy who kills you. You can see his hotbar. He had 86 health, and then he met it up to 100. So that shows, this kind of shows like the everything you did in that game, so you can see how far I walked. The map is huge, by the way. The map is huge. It is way too big for this game. Of course, in PUBG, they have a very large map as well, but it fits more. And something like, imagine if Fortnite had a map that was really big like PUBG, it wouldn't make as much sense because you can build, and the same thing in this game, you can build. So you can collect a whole bunch of different rewards. As you can see, I'm collecting here, which pop up like every game that you play. You have these different rewards you can collect. You have login rewards, so every day you log in, you get something. I also just wanted to mention this dance they have in the game that you can use in-game, and just how bad the animations are. I think at the end the guy tries to snap, but it just looks so clunky, and you'll see that's how the rest of the game feels too. So yeah, in short, this game still needs to be worked on. The building is clunky, the movement is clunky, the guns are imbalanced. The main menu is crowded, there's too many microtransactions. But that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching all the way to the end, and comment what you think I could do better, because if you've seen any of my other videos, you know this is not the kind of video I usually do. So yeah, just let me know what I could have done better in the comments and what you liked. Anyway, thank you so much for spending your time to watch this video. If you liked it, click the like button down below and comment on what videos you think I should do in the future. But thanks again, I hope to see you watching my next video. Goodbye.